It is officially homecoming season for North Carolina A&T, and there's so many things this week. Want to know what's going on? Well, let's dig into it. The greatest homecoming on earth, it is on. This year marks the 97th year of the celebration at North Carolina A&T. It is more than just homecoming, of course. It is a full-on event that brings thousands of Aggies to the city of Greensboro. Right now, students, alumni, and staff are gathered to kick off this year's homecoming pep rally. Their cheer squad and the band are setting the vibe ahead of the Aggie homecoming football game. WFMY News 2's Daniel Cruz is there in the middle of all of the action. All right, so what's it like out there?
The event that Aggies past and present look forward to every single year. The pep rally doors will open in just a few minutes, but as you can see, hundreds of students are in line waiting to get inside. You can hear the band in the background already giving everyone a little bit of a sneak peek on what this pep rally will have inside. The event will kick off at 6 o'clock and will really get students pumped for homecoming as things flip into high gear. Some students had been in line out here for more than an hour to get good seats inside. One student even brought her own chair and was doing homework while she waited. Crews have spent the day getting Corbett Arena ready for the pep rally, and the cheerleading squad and the band are two of the stars that will be inside this evening. The event again will start at 6 and will run until 8 o'clock. Students we spoke with say the greatest homecoming on earth creates an environment unlike any other.
It's really just like, a time that we all come together, alumni, and, everyone just, it's like a big family reunion, really.
Like A&T is really like a big family, so when we all get together for homecoming, you definitely see and feel the Aggie pride.
And the greatest homecoming on earth is not only a big boost for A&T as it brings tens of thousands of alumni back to campus, but it's also a boost to Greensboro, generating more than $9 million for the local economy. Live in Greensboro, Daniel Cruz, WFMY News 2.
I love it. You can't have those homecoming celebrations without the band. A&T's Blue and Gold Marching Machine says it's been preparing for homecoming for weeks now. But that's not the only thing that the band is preparing for. After the big game this weekend, the band's going to turn their sights to a big trip. They're heading to Pasadena to play in the Rose Bowl. The band members say they're really excited about the Rose Bowl parade opportunity.
A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to go all the way to California. Like, before I was in band, I never traveled. I never done anything like this, so it's kind of like a very good opportunity.
This would be like really the cherry on top of the cake after the whole season to finally end the season with such a big event.
I'm actually super excited to go to the Rose Bowl parade. This will actually be my 4th year in the band, my 3rd year in leadership, 2nd year as a drumline captain. So for my final hurrah, to kind of be going to the Rose Bowl parade is like really just to kind of cap it off.
That was a great way to end the senior year, right? The last time the band was featured in a major parade was back in 2012 when they marched in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Well, the university and the city of Greensboro is expecting nearly 60,000 people to come in for homecoming week. And this not only impacts the Triad, but really the entire state. Just think about all the people flying in and out of Greensboro, out of Raleigh, out of Charlotte, as well as all of that road travel. Leaders say a whopping $33.2 million could be brought to Guilford County alone, majority contributing to hotel stays and to transportation. Downtown businesses say GHO couldn't come at a more perfect time.
It most certainly is a breath of fresh air. A lot of our restaurants are still recovering from the impacts of the pandemic and, all the sacrifices that they had to make. So it's great to have an event of this size and caliber to come back and give a boost to our local economy, especially for those, restaurants that really still are, looking to recover.
The expected value for last year's homecoming was $20 million. It's much higher this year and is expected to continue to rise in the next coming years. Well, A&T's homecoming dates back all the way to 1925 with the first ever documented homecoming game. Historians say the university hosted a really big homecoming celebration in 1927. This is when the football team won its first ever CIAA championship. Archives show the first ever parade took place in 1934. Historians say this paved the way for what we now know as the greatest homecoming on earth, with thousands in attendance in 1935. As far as the name, historians say it was coined by alumni and has just been vastly accepted over the years. This will be the very first homecoming for Aggies head coach Vincent Brown. He joined the team this season as the 22nd head coach in program history. Brown says he's excited about what GHO is, what it means for the players, but the team's focus is on the game and coming out with a win.
You know, I understand the significance. Our players understand the significance, the value that our program brings to the university and why it's so important for us to succeed. But as I shared with our guys yesterday, we have a task of winning the football game. Simply put, all the other stuff is for the fans, the alumni, for the donors, for everyone else that will not be participating in the game on Saturday. And we just said, look, it'll be a whole lot more enjoyable Saturday afternoon if we come away with the win. So let's focus on the task at hand, getting prepared to beat Towson, and then celebrate afterwards.
Well, if you live in the Triad long enough, you get a really good understanding of why GHO is such a big deal. Rather than have us explain all of it all the time, though, listen to what some Aggies had to say for themselves.
It's really a blessing, and you can't beat that Aggie pride.
Simple. It's the greatest homecoming on earth. It's the greatest experience. You're not gonna get this experience anywhere else. And it is where it's at.
And we're gonna end that with Aggie pride.
40 years later, you still got that friendship you had 40 years later. That's what's so special about this place, that you can come back and you act like you ain't never left.
It is a tradition that very few places can compete with. In many ways, it truly is the greatest homecoming on earth. Now the celebration continues all week long. Friday is the Aggie Homecoming Step Show. Saturday is the big day with the parade and the football game. The kickoff is at 1 o'clock. The day wraps up with a concert featuring stars such as Summer Walker and Little Dirk. Then the celebration winds down Sunday with a gospel show. Of course, WFMY News 2 is bringing you coverage on all of these events. We want you to tune into the Good Morning Show for exclusive interviews and team coverage on North Carolina A&T'S 97th edition of the greatest homecoming on earth.